We're leveraged long Bitcoin. We've got a 10-year view, and our view is that Bitcoin is an open digital property network. And one day, billions of people are going to hold digital property a la Bitcoin on their mobile phones. And so we just want to get there before the billions of users get there. And we're patient. Microstrategy is an operating company, and so we sweep operating income into Bitcoin. And we're also leveraged long. So we borrowed $2.2 billion at a blended interest rate of about 1.5% interest. If you like Bitcoin, then you definitely would like the idea of owning $2.2 billion of it at 1.5% interest. If you expect it to go up more than 1.5% a year, then that leverage is really working for you. So I think we've been very intelligent about the way we put together the leverage, and we're unique in that regard. There is no publicly traded company that's got our Bitcoin position with the ability to raise debt and buy Bitcoin with debt. Well, I think in time we will buy Bitcoin. It'll just be a question of whether we buy it with cash flows or with debt or with equity. And that's all just a function of market conditions. And we try to do whatever's going to be accretive for our shareholders. I'm very, very bullish on Bitcoin long term. The developments of the past quarter are wonderful for Bitcoin, and they're setting up a really nice platform for it to grow from. As you can imagine, we're looking at the debt markets all the time, and the equity markets, and the Bitcoin markets, and the option markets, and we have to make decisions subject to market conditions that are going to be accretive to everybody involved. We make those decisions when the opportunities present themselves. You'll know when we do it. We think that holding Bitcoin for the long term is the highest upside, lowest risk strategy we can pursue. Some people think diversification means buy other types of cryptocurrencies or buy other kinds of equities. We think that by holding Bitcoin, we're diversified because we can see Bitcoin sitting on the balance sheets of cities, states, governments, companies, small investors, big investors. And ultimately, we think Bitcoin is going to be the core to big tech innovation at Apple, Amazon, and Facebook. So we just want to be holding the Bitcoin. There's never going to be more than 21 million of them. And we think that every investor and every company and every government on earth can benefit from Bitcoin. Let's take examples of Square and PayPal right now, and even Robinhood. For the next 65 and a half hours, you can't trade equity, and you can't get banking services, and you can't sell your real estate. You probably can't trade in gold either. What you can do is trade in crypto. And so Bitcoin in particular is something that everybody can get to 24/7, 365, and that's driving a lot of demand to integrate. I think that you're also going to see that Bitcoin is an international trust network. And so for companies like Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, they have issues with spam and cybersecurity. And one of the best ways for them to eliminate spam and to upgrade cybersecurity is to integrate with Bitcoin and especially the Lightning Network in order to create higher levels of creditworthiness and trust with all of the cyber counterparties that are trading on their platforms. I think that Bitcoin is the solution to cybersecurity at Facebook and Twitter and Google. And if you wanted to improve the quality of the user experience, then you need to have skin in the game. And so Bitcoin provides skin in the game for all of the interactors in the cyber environment. I think that Jack understands that, and that's why he's enthusiastic about Bitcoin being integrated into Twitter. And I think that you're going to see other big tech networks like Facebook and Apple and Google and Amazon realize that the killer app is cybersecurity integrated into an international trust network. Well, you know, Crypto.com put out a survey this week where they actually showed that the number of users in the crypto world went from 100 million to 200 million in 4 months. And the number of Bitcoin users has surged to 114 million. And they're adding 2 million Bitcoin users a week. So this is clearly where the excitement is and where the traffic is. And since Robinhood wants to reach out and be engaged with as many people as possible, I mean, the only option you have for engagement for the next 50 hours is Bitcoin or some kind of cryptocurrency. And of course, Bitcoin is the risk-off king of all the cryptocurrencies. So for Robinhood, it makes total sense that they would want to drive that hard. Bitcoin is not really a trading strategy. People joke it's an exit strategy. What we want to hold is a form of non-sovereign store of value forever. So it's like I had $1 billion and I want to give it to my great-grandchildren. I'm either going to buy land or I'm going to buy gold or I'm going to buy some other tangible property. Bitcoin's digital property. And so if I buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, there's no reason why I wouldn't be holding it 100 years from now. I took a survey. The average Twitter follower thinks it's going to last 3,500 years. Nobody's in a hurry with Bitcoin. We're thinking that it's the future of property.